let's have a weather discussion here. Alright, we have a system that's moving across the east right now. Now there's so many severe weather warnings right now that I need to tell you about, but the problem is by the time I get this video out, a lot of those severe weather warnings will be expired and move further east. But as you can see on this map here, we have a number of problems. And the first problem that strikes up here is, look at these storm reports. Look at these, all these lightning, severe weather, tornadoes just northwest of Atlanta here, areas further east here. Wow, I am overwhelmed with data here right now. And a lot of this is over with here across Tennessee through the Alabama, Mississippi area. Severe weather reports up to Ohio. We literally have hundreds of severe weather reports coming out. This is tremendous, this is sad, and this is dangerous. And if you live in Virginia, southwestern Virginia is getting blasted right now. So is western North Carolina, western Georgia here. By the time this video gets out, many places like Raleigh, Greensboro, Columbia, extending down to Macon, and all the way down in through Florida here, Tallahassee, and extending up. I don't think Washington, D.C. or Baltimore or New York City or Philadelphia are going to get in on any severe weather. It's more of a stratiform rain up here, and temperatures are being held down into the 50s across much of the area. Now, we do have some high wind warnings up here in the Northeast, but the thing with that is I'm not exactly impressed with the precipitation output across much of New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and that precipitation will be heading on into New England. So really, to get a lot of these stronger winds, you would need the heavier convective type lines. It wouldn't have to be necessarily a thunderstorm line, but it would have to be a instance in which you have a convective line, usually showing up as darker yellows and some oranges on radar, or higher returns, higher dBz values. So that I'm not looking for. There's maybe some isolated gusts here in New England of up to 60 miles per hour, especially above up towards the ridge tops. But I'm mainly looking at a situation in which widespread gusts of 35 to 45 miles per hour. And that is not enough to cause any significant damage. So at this point, I would not worry too much. So getting back to the severe weather here in the south, this is just amazing. We got warnings out for western Virginia here. Most of the severe weather should stay south of Charlottesville and south of Washington, D.C. So that's very good news. All these Let me get off the map here. This is just amazing to take in all these blue circles, and the red circles are the tornadoes. And then back here in the upper Midwest, these are snow reports. We have winter storm warnings up. Wow, we got more data coming in here. We got winter storm warnings just northwest of Chicago, up towards the Oshkosh, Madison, Green Bay area, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids. Probably in 3 to 5 inches of snow, maybe higher, upwards of 6 to 10, closer to Green Bay here. So this is really getting ramped up. And further out west, we don't have too much to talk about at the current time. We have a little bit of a light system here in the northwest, but we're not going to be looking at too much. But the main thing, Georgia and South Carolina, the next couple hours, this looks really bad. Heading on into Columbia, down towards Savannah later, Jacksonville, up through Wilmington. These areas, Virginia Beach, will all be getting affected. Let's take a look at that high risk there. There is that high risk for severe weather this evening. So let's take a look at liquid precipitation amounts. The highest amount should be entrained across central Pennsylvania here, where we get upwards of possibly 2 inches, heading down into Virginia. But I kind of disagree with this precipitation output, because I think there should be more heavier returns down here in Georgia and the Carolinas. I think upwards of 3 to 4 inches possibly across the Carolinas and eastern Georgia. So look forward to that, or not look forward to that, whichever one you want. The Pacific Northwest here, we have that light system. So let's take a look at what we have going on for our extended outlook. Not much. My February outlook looks like this. Probably one of the most quietest months you've seen in probably 5 or 6 months. So let's put it that way. Here are the temperatures. We have a few cold snaps, but you can't even call them cold snaps. You see these temperatures across most of the cold air keeps bottled up in eastern Canada. Here across the west, things continue to remain temperate, and we don't have any major clashes of air masses. We don't have any major systems. We'll have a Colorado low eject out into the central plains every so often as these temperature. You can see some temperature gradients here in the northern plains. But other than that, we're not looking at too much. We're looking at a very quiet February, and you could say this possibly could go down as one of those, what do you people here in the Northeast say, a dud of a winter here in the Northeast. So for those people that were looking for snow, for those people that weren't looking for snow, this was really welcome news and a welcome winter for you. So we look forward to a early spring through most of the east and the southern states, and for out west for that matter. The upper Midwest and the upper plains may not see an early spring, and I will have a complete long-term outlook, especially for tropical season coming up. So I'll get right into those numbers later on. I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar. Like us on Facebook.